Hey, Mildred, you have a bit of time to talk?
Oh, Sandra, what is it? I'm really busy with the wedding preparations. The date is set 3 months from now. I don't have time for this. Have a little common sense, would you?
Yeah, really sorry. I know you're busy. It's about that marriage. We got the wedding invitation, it has Frank's name on it, but I don't see my name anywhere. Is this some kind of print error or something?
You're not serious. There's no printing error. I had no intention of inviting you, sorry to say.
Huh? Why not? I'm your sister-in-law.
Obvious, isn't it? It's because you were working at that nightclub back in the day. I mean, please, to invite someone who used to work at a house of ill repute, as my friend would say? My God, how could I invite someone like that to my wedding? That would bring absolute shame to my wedding.
Shame? You're right. When I was in my 20s, I briefly worked at a club. But I had to. My parents had passed away and I had to make money to put my little brother through school. And like I said, it was just for a short time, just to get back on our feet. I quit that long time ago. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Whatever the reason, I just can't stand a woman who uses her body to make money and work a proper job to get by. It's your presence alone. I just can't stand you being here.
I know you loathe my past behavior, and I have not forgotten how you abused me with your derogatory comments, but this is going a little too far, don't you think? I was willing to forget all that and just congratulate you on such a wonderful occasion. That's all I wanted. I was just planning to celebrate this happy occasion is all.
Oh, so you were going to attend a wedding for which you weren't even invited? Oh my God, are you a party crasher too? Wow, I didn't realize that you were suffering from delusions. Listen up, Sandra. My folks are so naive that they go along with your innocent sounding explanations, but me? I will never accept you as my sister-in-law, so there. You're hostess types that use your body to trick men? To me, such a person is the worst of the worst in our society.
That's pure discrimination.
I don't really care. The fact is, I have no intention of inviting you to the wedding, so just get that thought out of your little head. Just send my brother to the wedding and you stay home. I don't want someone like you're coming to the wedding and ruining the happiest day of my life. Got that? I don't want you anywhere near the wedding, the reception, or the party afterwards. Got that?
I would never disrupt such a happy occasion.
It would look bad if I said I didn't invite you simply because I didn't like you, so I told everyone my husband-to-be that you were sick. If the other relatives ask, you tell them the same. You got it? You try something stupid and sneak in or something, you'll regret it.
Alright, I understand. I won't be able to attend because I'm sick. Is that what you want to hear? I'll have Frank attend alone.
Finally got it through your stupid little head, I see. You just stay home and look after the cat. Do you even have a cat? LOL.
Yes, what is it? Looks like you've been messaging me all day. What's up? Wasn't your wedding today?
Finally! I've been trying to reach you forever! Hey, what's going on?
What are you talking about?
Most of my relatives aren't here. And the people from work, only about half of them showed up. Everyone said that they suddenly fell ill or that some urgent matter came up. At this rate, the family on my side will be practically empty.
Oh no, that's awful! How could this happen? What's going to happen with the wedding ceremony? Wonder if you can even go through with it.
You seem so calm. What the hell did you do? This isn't normal. How could some people cancel at the last minute like this? You had a hand in it, right? You went behind my back and got back at me for not inviting you. I knew you would pull some dirty trick.
Please, I would never do such a thing. The only thing I can recall doing is talking with your grandmother and telling her that I wasn't attending because you would be offended. That's all. That was yesterday.
What? Why did you tell her that? And why'd you even talk to her?
Well, she called to ask what I was going to wear to the wedding. She said she didn't want to show up wearing something exactly the same. I told her that you asked me not to attend, to say I was sick.
Why do you have to tell the truth? You should have just said you didn't want to attend.
I'm sorry, I'm just honest, not a very good liar.
That's why no one is here. You had to go blabbering your mouth. I have no idea why, but my grandmother has taken a shine to you. So I bet she figures if you don't attend, she won't either. She's just being a stubborn old lady. That pig-headed old pag.
Your grandmother is so nice and a very strong-willed woman. When I told her I wasn't even invited. Well, she said what you did was despicable and she could not forgive you even if you're her granddaughter. I think that the other relatives probably felt the same way as your grandmother and decided not to attend.
Of course it is. They all look up to her. I really don't see why. Anyway, she has this spell over them. They will do anything that old battle axe says.
But I can't believe almost all the relatives declined to attend. You really have a popularity issue, Mildred.
What the hell am I going to do? And why the hell didn't the people from my office show up? How the hell did you, a former club hostess, sweet-talk them into going along with this?
You keep bringing that up about my past. Hey Mildred, you work for Ace Corporation, right? The wife of the president of that company. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Well, she's the owner of that club I used to work at.
Huh? You're not serious. The president's wife is that?
Yes, years ago when I was struggling, she treated me like her daughter. Oh, yeah, and when she heard I was not attending the wedding because I was supposed to be sick, she even went out of her way to come visit me and help out, thinking I was bedridden or something. That's when I told her what had happened and why I wasn't really sick. So that's probably why she declined to attend the wedding. I can understand her feelings. She too started out as a club hostess and worked her way up and eventually started her own club. If you are so adamant about not having a former club hostess to attend, well, how could a current club hostess, a club owner as a matter of fact, attend? She figured you'd be offended if she showed up, probably afraid she might ruin the wedding for you.
Well, so she won't attend, but why the hell won't the other people attend then? She doesn't need to attend, but why the rest of them? They should have no problem attending.
Probably the same reason that your grandmother gave. The president is totally committed to his wife, so, you know. I remember when I was working as a hostess there and the president used to come to the club almost every night. He probably paid her tens of thousands of dollars over the years, and then eventually married her. I'm sure she told him about all this and it probably infuriated him. He'd probably decide not to attend if his loving wife was not going. As for the other staff members, figure it would be kind of difficult for the employees to attend when the CEO is declining to attend. What's more, a lot of the top managers at that company are regular customers at the club. They bring clients there on occasion. But don't get me wrong, this is all just speculation, of course. I have no idea how a big corporation like that works. I'm just a housewife and an ex-club hostess. What do I know? I'm so sorry. I've never really worked an honest day in my life. I really don't know anything.
So you're saying that I did invite you, so they're all going on strike by not attending?
Well, maybe that's being a bit overdramatic, but yeah, you're not wrong in your assessment.
So does that mean that if you convince them otherwise, they change their minds and they'll attend? If that's the case, please talk to them and persuade them to attend, please. And the other relatives, get them to attend too. Hold it. First explain this whole situation to my fiancé. Please, get over to the wedding hall right away.
Why would I do that?
Huh?
Think about it. Why would I go out of my way to help you? I thought you said you would never consider me a relative, a sister-in-law. You remember that, right? That means we're not related at all. We are complete strangers. So as a complete stranger, why would I do all that for you? It makes no sense. Sorry, that's too much of a hassle.
Huh? Hold on 1 second, Sandra.
And besides, why would I go to a wedding I wasn't even invited to? People would think I was delusional if I attended. How embarrassing. I just couldn't do that. I don't even have an official invitation. Sorry, I just can't help you out.
Don't worry about that. I'll invite you right now. I'll send you an invitation right this second. So please.
Now? I think it's a little too late for that. Can you really get my place ready in time? Oh yeah, I forgot. A whole bunch of people just canceled. So you have plenty of seats, lol. But I don't want a second-hand seat. Wouldn't look good. Sorry to be so picky about these things.
Just get over here. You can pick your own seat. I'll have a special seat ready for you right up front, with the company president if you like. You can come with your husband. I'll invite you officially as my sister-in-law. Please, I'm begging you.
What am I to do? But there's just one problem. Since I was all alone and had nothing to do, I decided to go on a little trip. I'm just here at the beach. Nice weather, by the way. Plan to drive back later in the afternoon. Maybe stop off at that nice little cafe down the coast. Even if I was to head over there now. I don't even have a dress to wear. Not even a wedding gift. I can't very well go there in my beach outfit. That would really be a spectacle, wouldn't it? LOL.
I'll have all that ready for you. And don't worry about the wedding gift. There's no need. I'll pay all travel expenses. I don't care how much this will cost. What's important is the wedding. Please, help me out here.
What am I to do? Let me think about it. Nah, I'll pass. The wedding ceremony. No thanks. Not gonna make it. Sorry.
What? You're not serious. Please, you can't do this.
Ever since I married your brother, you've been treating me like trash. I have no obligation to help you now. Really? Why would I even do that? If no one shows up at your wedding, it's all your fault, right? You have no one else to blame but yourself. All this has nothing to do with me. Work it out yourself.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Stringing me along as if you're going to help. How could you be so cruel, you evil woman?
So sorry, LOL. I use my womanhood as a weapon to con people. The most despicable kind of woman there is, LOL. Okay, have a nice wedding and a good life. See ya. I heard the wedding went as planned, but half the room was empty on her side of the family and none of her coworkers showed up. Apparently, the whole atmosphere was pretty depressing. As a matter of fact, the environment was so bad that a lot of people left early. By the end of the reception, only family members were left, most on the bride's side of the family. But worse, the groom's family was taken aback by the reception Mildred got that they had second thoughts about their son marrying such a woman. And that pre-planned after-wedding party was subsequently cancelled. Everyone left after the short reception party. The next day, Mildred came barging into her home yelling and screaming, but my husband and his parents gave her a real dressing down, and she subsequently left, hanging her head in shame. As a result of all this, the marriage disintegrated and Mildred left home. That was the last I heard from her, but I'm sure she's doing fine on her own. As for me, well, I no longer have to put up with her criticisms, so my stress level has subsided drastically. Now I'm surrounded by people who truly love and understand me.
Hey Ria, are you there? I just wanted to know what you were thinking being out this late. Do you have any idea at all what time it is right now? You really need to start taking more responsibility for your things. Your room is just a complete mess, and you still aren't home to clean it up at all? Honestly, just what are you thinking? You do realize that now that you're married, it is your job to make sure that your house is kept nice and tidy, don't you?
Oh, hello, Ashley. I'm sorry, but what is all of this that you're talking to me about right now? That's an awful lot of text to get through, and I'd appreciate it if you could just tell me what's going on.
Well, I took it upon myself to visit my son's house and see how he is doing with his new wife, and imagine my shock when I walked inside and realized the state of the house that my poor boy is living in. Just what do you call this mess, huh? This is your home. You really ought to be taking better care of it, don't you think? How can you even accept living like this? It's just ridiculous. What is the matter with you, Ria?
I'm really sorry that you were upset at the way our house looks when you came over unannounced, Ashley. But the fact of the matter is that I'm very, very busy with work these days, and so I can only do what I'm able to. But the other thing you should know is that basically all of the mess in our house was caused by Sam, so I shouldn't be the one that you talk to about this. After all, I'm only ever able to do a little bit of cleaning during the few spare hours that I have on the weekends. I wish that I could do more, but I just don't have enough time in the week to dedicate to keeping my house clean.
You don't have enough time? Do you have any idea how obvious it is that you're just making up excuses for yourself right now? Listen to me. The matter of fact that you are married now, you're someone's wife, and you need to get that through your head. I mean, you may be working now, but your primary job should be taking care of the house and your husband. You do know that, don't you?
You think that my first priority should always be to keep my house clean and serve my husband? I'm sorry, but I'm just not sure if I agree with that at all. Besides, if Sam has any complaints about the way that we're living, he hasn't said anything to me about anything. So I think that I must be doing enough for him as things stand, or else I'm sure that Sam would have said something to me by now. So while I do appreciate your concern about the state of Sam and I's marriage, I really think that there's nothing to be worried about at all.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you? None of what you said changes the fact that you are married and have different duties than before you were unmarried.
I understand perfectly what you're saying, Ashley. What I'm saying is that my marriage is between my husband and I, and you don't get to make demands of me.
I'm not talking about Sam at all, so you quit bringing up and trying to use him as a shield to hide behind, okay? I'm doing my duty as your mother-in-law to make sure that you are taking care of my son and doing your job as his wife. You think that Sam knows how to judge whether or not a wife is doing what she should be doing? Of course not. That's why it's my job as your mother-in-law to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Because it is obvious to me that neither you nor Sam have your expectations set correctly, and it is my job to make sure that you learn your duty as my son's wife. So quit bringing up my son and tell me that the messes are his or that he doesn't have any complaints. You don't get to badmouth your husband ever. Do you understand me?
So I suppose I should just keep my mouth shut, wait on Sam hand and foot, and let you tell me exactly how my marriage should be going?
You really have got some nerve talking to me like this, do you know that? I knew that you were going to be no good for my son, but I didn't know that you were going to be such a brat. And even now, you're just out on the town having fun and completely shirking your duties to your husband right now. You don't tell me that you're doing all you can when you're out partying right now.
And just who said anything about me being out partying, huh? You are making that up entirely in your head, Ashley. I am out working right now, if you must know. I told you that I'm busy, and I meant it.
You really think that you can just tell me that you're working and have that be enough for me to believe you and leave you alone? I'm not going to allow myself to be fooled by you at all. There is no way that you're working right now, and I'm not going to fall for your little lie.
I am not lying to you one bit, Ashley. If you don't want to believe me, then that is on you, but don't you dare call me a liar. I have a second job that I have to work at night for, and I have to work this in order to contribute to our family's expenses. That is why I am always too busy to do things like clean the house or do the laundry. I am just too busy with my jobs to be able to do the housekeeping on top of that.
There you again, making up all kinds of excuses just because you don't want to admit that you're a failure of a wife who needs guidance from her mother-in-law.
I already told you that I am not making excuses, Ashley. Why are you acting this way towards me? I just don't understand where you get off.
You know I didn't just show up to your unannounced. If you must know, it was Sam who called me over actually. He told me that his place was a complete mess and that he needed me to come over right away. He told me that he can't stand living like this anymore and wanted my help. Can you believe that your husband feels so alone and hopeless about his living situation that he turned to his mother and not you? Don't you think that tells you a lot about what you need to know? But then he asked me not to mention a word of any of this to you because he actually thinks that you're kind and caring, if you can believe it. He didn't want you to know a word about this, but I was not going to sit back and let you just slide by without realizing just what you're doing to your poor husband.
So that's what's really going on here then, is it? I really don't know why Sam just couldn't have been a little more patient with me. I already told him that I would clean the house as soon as I had a chance and that there was nothing to worry about at all.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. You really expect me to believe that you were ever going to take care of this mess? If you were going to do it, then you would have done it already. That much is obvious to me. But now it's clear that you need to be taught about what being a good wife means. You are a lazy slacker who is taking advantage of your husband, and I'm not going to allow that any longer.
Are you even reading a word from the messages that I've been sending you? If you're not even going to listen to what I'm trying to tell you, then I think this conversation is over. I am going to have a little chat with Sam about all of this and let him know just how I feel about you coming into our house and criticizing me like this.
I really just can't believe that you're doing this again, Ria. When are you going to learn, huh? I mean, do you really think it's okay for you to be out this late when you're a married woman? Don't you realize the damage you're doing to your marriage by being this selfish? You're just a stain on my family as far as I'm concerned.
What is it now, Ashley? What could you possibly want? What is it that you're messaging me about now, huh? Because I am getting sick and tired of getting these kinds of messages from you.
I just mean that every single day this week you have been out all night doing who knows what, and you are completely ignoring the work that needs to be done at your house. You really are such an irresponsible girl, and you need someone to teach you a lesson. But I have been over with this every week, and I can't even say that I'm disappointed in you anymore.
Hold on a second. Have you really been coming over to our house every single day this week? Why are you doing that? What are you doing that you need to come over to our house so often? And if you're going to be doing that, I would really appreciate it if you'd message me beforehand about you coming over. Although if you really want to know, I have made sure that the house is much, much cleaner than it was a few days ago.
Actually, the reason that I've been coming over is try and see how you're doing. I just need to know whether or not you're still someone who deserves to be married to my son.
Excuse me? You can't be serious about that, right? Are you really saying you're coming over to try and inspect me or something?
I'm just doing what any good mother would and making sure that their son's wife is up to the level that she should be. Is that really so wrong?
Did you really just ask if that's wrong for you to judge your son's wife? Yes, of course that's wrong.
Well, that is what I was afraid that you would say. Although, just from the times I've come over and the conversations we've had, it's clear to me that you are, in fact, not good enough to be with my son. But you should also know that I've taken it upon myself to throw away all your belongings from here, so you shouldn't even bother coming back home here. Now that you spend any time in your own home anyways, you're always out doing who knows what. You really ought to be ashamed of yourself. I mean, do you think this is any way for a married woman to be acting? Don't you feel bad for your husband at all? I'm sure that there are a million other women out there who would be a much better match for Sam.
Hold on a second. Did you really just tell me that you threw away my stuff? Please tell me that you weren't serious about that. Did you really do that?
Of course I did it. You think that I would lie to you about that? Unlike you, I'm not all talk. I act too.
For the last time, I am telling you that I am not out partying or whatever it is that you think I spend my nights doing, Ashley. I am literally working my second job that I need to do in order to support the two of us. But you took my being out of the house tonight as a sign that you could just throw away all of my things? How could you do that to me? What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with me? I want to know what the matter with you is, that what you think you can go run around doing whatever you want at all hours of the night. I only did this because it was obvious that you weren't going to be changing your night-crawling ways anytime soon. I tried to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen to me. You gave me no other choice but to take matters in my own hands.
Have you been reading a single one of these messages that I've been sending you? Why is it like I'm trying to talk to a brick wall when it comes to you? I have told you over and over and over again that I am not going out at night to have fun or party or see friends or anything at all like that. I am out every single night because I am busy working. Don't you get that? I am working to support my husband and I, in fact.
I don't care how many times you repeat the same thing over and over and over to me, because I know that every time you do is nothing but lie. You're a liar, and you're making my husband work all around the clock so that you can do whatever you want. You just want to take advantage of Sam and have him pay for your crazy lifestyle. Admit it. Or don't. I don't care. It doesn't matter at all to me anymore. Know that I've thrown out all your stuff. You're not welcome back to that house anymore. Do you understand me? You are on your own from here on, Ria.
Well, okay then. I guess you can go ahead and wish Sam good luck when he only earns about $300 a month.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? Why would you say that he only earns $300 a month? What on earth are you talking about?
You know what? I am not going to go along with this conversation anymore. I don't even know why I waste my time with you to begin with. In fact, I already am starting to feel as if a big weight is being lifted off of my shoulders now that you've kicked me out. It's like I'm finally free. I'll even do you one further and tell you that Sam and I are going to be getting a divorce now. Go ahead and let him know that we are through.
Now you hold on there. For just a moment. You and I aren't through here until I saw that we're through. Now you rewind and tell me exactly what you meant when you said that he only makes $300 a month. That doesn't make any sense at all, and you will explain yourself right now.
You mean you're finally starting to listen to what I'm trying to tell you? Well, it's about time. Actually, I think it's a bit late if you really want to know. But if you want to know the truth about what's going on, you would be better off asking Sam yourself. Got it? All I've done is tell you the truth about what I've been doing, but you just refuse to listen to me. But the facts of the matter are that I haven't been the one going out and partying every night. That has actually been your son.
Hold on just a moment there. You must be getting the number wrong. There's no way that my son is making such little money. Surely you meant to say that he's earning $300 a month, right? Did you really think I was going to fall for that lie? How dare you keep trying to shift the blame for everything on my son? You have really got some nerve. Just what is even the point of doing that, huh? What do you think you have against him that you need to keep lying to me about you too?
You want to talk about trying to shift the blame onto people? You were the one who threw away all of my stuff to try and get me to end things with Sam, right? Well, guess what? You've won. Congrats! You're going to get your way, and Sam and I are going to get a divorce. You did it! I hope that you're happy, because I never ever want anything to do with you or him ever again as long as I live. Now, good luck supporting Sam when he makes so little on his own, and whatever happens next, leave me out of it.
Ria, are you there? I was just hoping that you and I could chat about something really quickly. I tried calling you earlier, but you didn't pick up. Are you busy right now? I really do need to talk to you about this.
I am busy, and I don't want to hear your voice even if I wasn't. If you have something that you want to say to me, you can type it out here, thank you very much.
Ria, come now. Why are you acting this way towards me? We're family, aren't we? You should know better than this.
But no, we're not family. Just hurry up and tell me what you want already.
Well, the thing is that I talked to Sam about you moving out and all, and the divorce.
I really hope that you told him the part where you threw away all of my things and basically left me with no other choice but to leave.
Well, the thing is that Sam and I were talking about all of this, right? And I mentioned to him about what you told me with his lack of money and all, and well, it's true.
I know that. I was the one who told you about that in the first place, and you just kept insisting that I was lying to you, remember? Is that what you came to talk to me about? Because I've already told you the whole truth, and I don't have anything else to say to you. I was honest with you through and through, and you just refused to listen to me.
I know, I didn't listen, but I didn't believe it. I was sure that there was some kind of mistake going on. But then Sam explained it all to me, and it was only then that I realized you were being honest with me.
Well, I'm glad that you've learned that I've been nothing but honest with you over this, but just how many times did you make me explain this to you? So I really have no idea why we're even talking right now.
I thought that you were spending all your nights out of the house partying or something while Sam was working hard to fund your lifestyle. I was just trying to be a good mother and protect my son. Surely you can understand that, right?
I understand that I explained the truth to you over and over again, and you just never listened to me at all. But I don't see how any of this has anything to do with me at all now.
I know, but you can just stop all this and go back to the way things were, can't you?
What do you mean, go back to the way things were? You mean you want me to pretend like none of the past few days happened? You can't be serious about that, right?
I just mean that Sam is so upset with me right now. He's really, really mad. He keeps going on about how it's my fault that you want to leave him. Because he's telling me that he doesn't want to divorce you at all. He doesn't want any of this to be happening. So please, can we just pull all this silliness behind us and go back to the way things were? I realize now that I may have made a mistake here.
You really are one of the most selfish people I've ever met. You know that? I mean, you were the one who threw away my things, and now you want me to come back?
Oh, don't worry. I did my best to get back as much of your stuff as I could. Of course, I sold a lot of your clothes, so those are gone forever, I'm afraid. But I have a bunch of boxes in the house with your name on them. If I return your things to you, will you please not leave my son like this?
Oh, well, thank you so much for getting my stuff, but the answer is still no. We're going to get a divorce, and that is final.
Please, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I can't take off my son. I thought that was going to be your job from now on.
Ashley continued to blow up my phone, and I finally had to tell her that I was going to block her and that she would be hearing from my lawyer for what she did with my things. Even Sam began to reach out to me and beg me to come back, but even he gave in and signed the divorce papers finally. The next month, he wasn't able to afford rent in our old place and was forced to move out. He told his mom that since this was all her fault, that he would be moving in with her for the foreseeable future. As for me, after Ashley threw away my things, I moved to a new place and didn't tell either of them where my new address was. Although I have heard through the grapevine that Ashley and Sam are fighting every single night as Sam refuses to get a job and demands that his mom pays for everything. It seems like she's finally realized what a lazy leech her son is, but I'm afraid that it's far too late for her to do anything about that now.